2 more episodes left of Daredevil Born Again. We got episode 8 this past week. Came off one of my favorite episodes of the show, which was episode 7. So today we're going to talk about episode 8. But before I dive right into my thoughts on this, a couple things. I am filming 4 videos right now. This is the first of 4 I'm filming for my trip to Tennessee. I'm going to have this one. I'm going to have March movies ranked. I'm going to have video game movies, my favorite video game movies. And I'm going to have an adolescence review, and those will be the 4 videos I'll be dropping this next week. I know the finale comes out, but you're going to have to wait till Saturday or beyond Saturday when I'm going to be able to talk about it. I'll probably have a short out of it, but you'll have to wait to get the full video then. And then I'm going to have a whole week of Daredevil content. I'm going to have the review of the full series. I'm going to have the ranking of the episodes. I'm going to have the ranking of the Daredevil seasons. So that's going to be a very fun week coming up in a couple of weeks once I get back from Tennessee to celebrate the finale of it. And with that said, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell, and comment down below what are your guys' opinions on episode 8 of Daredevil Born Again. And with that said, let's dive right in. Spoiler-free talk and spoiler talk as always. And this is one of the best episodes by far. The big thing that the show has been doing was that the previous episodes before this one were before the reshoots. So this was the original idea for Daredevil. The first one, episode 1 through 7, were the original idea. This is the episode where the reshoots start coming in. Where this is the stuff that is going to be really, really good. And you can definitely tell a tone difference. As my cats start to jump up here. Where the first 7 episodes of Daredevil had a crazy tone. Like, the tone was not consistent. It felt really weird. Like, you felt it was Disney Plus show, and then with a mix of slight Netflix Daredevil stuff. And it wasn't consistent. The tone didn't really work for that show. So, like, it was very awkward. And this is the episode that we finally get that consistent, feels like Netflix Daredevil tone. That kind of consistent tone. It's dark, it's bloody, has intense sequences. We start getting reveals to questions that we were wondering throughout the entire season. All the plot lines that were being discovered throughout the show kind of come together. Like I mentioned last episode, we really haven't had a story besides getting Matt to become Daredevil. We started to finally get a little bit of a story in episode 7. This is the episode where we're getting a full story. We're getting the actual story, what's actually going down, the big reveals. We're getting all of that. And it's very cool with a much more consistent tone. And the episode definitely has style in the episode, more that I'll talk about in the spoiler area of things. But this episode had style. The direction that this episode went definitely had style. And it definitely worked. It went to some dark places, and it ended where I was like, ooh, I want to see what happens there. The plot twist, the cliffhanger, very cool. Very cool. I really want to see what happens next. So far, the most consistent episode of Daredevil Born Again that we have so far. I really did enjoy this episode, but I do have to talk spoilers about it now. So that is exactly what we are going to do right now. Spoiler talk, 3, 2, 1, and whoom, we're diving right into spoilers of Daredevil Born Again. The episode starts out with Dex, who is Bullseye, and he killed Foggy at the beginning of the show, which was something that I was always like, okay, I don't like that they murdered him in like the very beginning of the show, but okay, it's fine. We knew it was going to happen. So he's in prison. He's being transported to public prison. I forget what they call it. They call it something that apparently like all these guys are going to kill him. And so he goes to public prison. He's complaining about it. We know Dex is going to have something big to show up here in this episode. So we keep going on with the episode. Fisk has invited Daredevil's girlfriend Heather to the ball, the black and white ball that he is hosting, because she has been the therapy counselor for him and Vanessa's relationship. Also, because of the traumatizing event she had with Muse in episode 7. So, obviously, Matt, very much against Wilson Fisk, does not like him at all, tells Heather not to go, starts a fight. She is a little bit suspicious about something, and I said at the end of my episode 7 review that I do think that they should get to the point where they're going to have Matt tell Heather that he's Daredevil. And I think there's going to be a little bit of conflict there because of, like, her thing. Oh, you don't have to be under a mask if you're going to do something, be your true self. These people in masks are cowards, and that's her whole motto. So it's going to create something very interesting, especially the way the episode ended that we'll talk about here in a few moments. So they get into a fight, Vanessa and Fisk. Fisk shows Vanessa that he was keeping Adam hostage downstairs, and he did fight Adam. Adam's fine, he's still alive, but Vanessa's like, you know what? This is for me and you, Fisk. Me and you, we're the real G's. Picks up a pew pew, kills him, shoots him. He's dead. Adam has died. So that is the tone of the episode we're getting. We still don't know if Vanessa really. I think Vanessa set it up to get the guy who was trying to kill Fisk murdered. So Daredevil goes to work. He's a lawyer, obviously. Lawyering things happen. He kind of loses his mind at a client who he obviously can tell is lying because of his super hearing. The client is obviously lying about something. Matt kind of loses it a little bit stressed out situation. So he goes to Cherry's bar, which is not Cherry's bar, Josie's bar, which is a nice thing, nice little touch, kind of raised out the emotions a little bit there. Where does Matt go when he's at his lowest? He goes back to Josie's. And so him and Cherry have a conversation. Obviously, Cherry knows he's Daredevil. And Matt and them celebrate O'Melveny's, which was Foggy's favorite. And Matt realizes that Foggy was celebrating something, which brings him to the conclusion of something that, wait, he won a case. And that's why they wanted him dead. Because he was celebrating already winning the case. Ooh, interesting mystery there. Before this moment in the episode, I was enjoying it, but I wasn't loving the episode. And then this is when we get to the moment where we start to bring pieces together, start to build out the actual season instead of it just being kind of following Daredevil become Daredevil again. Starts to fill out the story and get us invested in a story and see where we're actually heading in the direction here. Matt realizes that he was celebrating something. He leaves to go do Daredevil things. Instead of Daredevil things, he goes to the ball with Heather, his girlfriend, and he makes this elaborate plan to get to Fisk. His plan, he's going to steal his girl and start dancing with her. And he does this diabolical thing where, all of a sudden, he steals the girl, turns to Fisk, does a Kendrick Lamar, smile at him, and then start dancing with his girl. Meanwhile, Dex is escaping from prison. He was hold on, I forgot a crucial scene here. Matt goes to visit Dex, because Dex wanted to see Matt to try to get Matt to get him back in isolated prison. Matt's obviously like, nah, Holmes, I'm not going to help you with that. You murdered my friend. Because I think Dex knows he's Daredevil. I think that at this point he still knows. Intense sequence, really cool sequence. Matt smashes his head on the table. He has to get stitches. While he's getting stitches, he soon breaks off a tooth, spits it at the guy. Again, showing off Dex's very cool power set that I think is very cool. That he can just use anything. Literally a tooth can become a weapon. It frees him. He breaks out of prison by killing 2 guys and stealing a guard's outfit and goes and breaks out. So meanwhile, we're at this ball. Matt accuses Vanessa of being the person who set Dex up to murder Foggy, which is something interesting. Ooh, did she do it? That's interesting. Where are we actually going with the story here? But before we can learn any more, Matt hears something. They do this really cool thing with the aspect ratio that they've done the entire show, that when Matt hears something, the aspect ratio goes, ooh, you see the whole screen. It is so cool. It's a bunch of style here. And it turns out Bullseye is in the building with a gun. He takes a shot at Fisk. Matt gets in the way, gets shot. There's chaos, and that's when the episode ends. One thing I thought was really cool about this episode, and like I said, these directors have style. This episode had the most style out of it all. And the most stylish thing that happened here was that every time Dex was on screen, everything would turn blue. It would all turn a darkish purple, and it was very cool. Very cool. And like I said, so much style here. It was so cool in that aspect because you really see what Dex is seeing. So I'm interested in the finale. Part of me feels like it's going to be doing what the Disney Plus stuff does and rush into the finale. Because we're going from where we don't really have much of a story to Dex is free from prison. What are we going to do for a finale? I'm interested. I am very interested in it. I could see where it could go wrong. I have a feeling that it could feel sort of rushed. Hope the episode's an hour and a half long. That would work. But what Disney Plus likes to do is make their finales 45 minutes long. I really hope they put it at a runtime that it doesn't feel rushed. But overall, this was the episode that the tone felt more consistent, which made it feel like less of a jarring experience for me. It felt more like the original Daredevil show. And that's what I really did enjoy about the episode. So, do I think it's as good as episode 3? No, but it's up there. It's one of my favorite episodes. Not to spoil the ranking, like I said, I will have in a couple of weeks rather. But I really liked this episode. Thought it was really good. Thought it had a lot of style to it. And I'm excited, but kind of nervous to see where the finale goes. So stay tuned for my finale review. Hopefully coming in a couple weeks. If not, I will be in Tennessee. It'll be for a conference for my dad. So maybe I'll have time to sneak off and film on my phone my finale review. But we'll just see. We'll see where we go. So yeah, thank you guys for clicking on this one. And with that said, subscribe.